Britain stands at a precipice. Recent years have seen increased pushback to the authoritarian and tyrannical regime that has taken hold of this once great country that had an empire spanning a quarter of the world. This has seen many of the native tribes and clans that have made up the peoples that have inhabited this island for thousands of years come together in ways that really haven't been seen in history. And one of the men who has been at the forefront of uniting these clans is whom I sit down with for this episode today.
If it makes me racist and a fascist to stand up on my own people, then so be it. I'm a proud racist and fascist.
Today, I sit down with Mr. Josh Fernie, who is a return guest to the show, nationalist activist and Homeland Party member.
We're saying enough is enough to our people being replaced in our homeland. We're becoming second-rate citizens.
The conversation today, having long shifted from the topics of sensible versus crackpot nationalism, more so goes into the genocidal threat that we face today and what needs to be done to stop it.
Like, they don't realise that minoritization means that you have no say politically in what happens from this point onwards, because literally you can't mass together enough votes to enforce it.
I don't think a lot of these people realise is that we want the families, we want the family unit to stay together.
Josh is also a case study on how ruthless the enemies of Britain and the British people are. That they will not only come for you, but they'll come for your job, your home, your family, your future, everything. And it presents the duty to stand against it.
I'm sure you would have seen that he was on a farm and was posting these lovely photos. They would be a lovely timeline cleanser for me, is one thing I've said before. It was a lovely timeline cleanser, all these photos of the farm animals.
I was getting everything ready for the animals for the new year and got called in for a meeting with the general manager of the public faces side of the business and the farmer. And they just said, as we've been expecting, these complaints to be coming in, but now they start posting them online. By the 3rd of January, they were threatening to come and protest.
We also talk about Josh's experiences being interviewed by the BBC and going into the lion's den, where they will often use narratives from history to unfairly paint people in a discrediting light to avoid tackling their arguments, because they realise that they can't tackle those arguments on the merits of their own arguments alone.
Obviously, I was in the BBC documentary last year as well. For the few minutes that I'm in that, I think it's 5 minutes total, I was grilled for 90 minutes, a one-on-one interview with him, and then I did the 20-minute interview with him at the Patio Hotel. But the 90 minutes was at the Aberdeen Music Hall, and that was some grilling. They were asking me about the Holocaust. They asked me about Hitler. They asked me loads of straw man questions. Do you know that they wanted me to stumble over?
Regardless of what you think of past events of history, there's no doubt that the enemies of Britain will use them to unfairly discredit people. They will use them as containment propaganda to prevent the necessary political solutions and people who would bring them from coming forward. So with that, I hand you over to past me and Mr. Josh Fernie. Enjoy. Cymru am byth yn Alba Gwbrath. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
If it makes me racist and a fascist to stand up on my own people, then so be it. I'm a proud racist and fascist. We're saying enough is enough to our people being replaced in our homeland. We're becoming second-rate citizens.
And dying in your beds many years from now. Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?